Nope, Megan might as well stay here. We've got one more down here. And the next one is for Miss Michelle Borowski. And she's awarded this for she just received the Silent Heroes Research Participant. She had to put in for it and received it, so she's gonna be doing a research on a hero. Do you wanna?
Yeah,
Say
his
some more
name
about
is Celestino Chavez, and he was, he's still MIA from the Korean War. He was 19 when he passed away, when he was killed in action. And he enlisted at 17. And I'm gonna do a research project on, I've done a lot of research already. And it's a write-up for, the National History Day. And, it's for the American Battle Monuments Commission. And so, this will be published on their website, to honor this fallen soldier. He was from Gallup. And I'm the only teacher in New Mexico that's doing this project, yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. You're gonna see your names on the marquee when you drive through town, so.
Thank you. Yeah, and it will say, Tularosa Middle School on the website. It'll have my name and then Tularosa.
That's
Middle School.
amazing. Very good job. That's
Thank you.
Oh, she's in? Yeah, okay.
Now, Mr. President, members of the board, the next we have on the agenda is the presentation about the Mescalero Education Committee. So if you guys would come forward. We'll have one.
I think I'm the only one.
You're the only one. Well, we thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We've really been excited about you coming to see us, and we really want to work closely with you guys, so thank you for coming.
Okay, well. I was looking in here, I think I feel like I'm in a courtroom here. Yeah, but this used to be our, I drove a bus for Mr. Blazer, and this used to be our little training room here for bus drivers, so I come in here, so I'll come into a courtroom. But
How can we work with you better? What can we do as a board and as a staff to work with the education committee in Mescalero?
well, we just had our new board members come on for the tribal council. And we have an education committee, and I'm part of that committee, and there's supposed to be some more here, but they're probably at the game over there. That's where I was a while ago, but anyway, this is my first time on an education committee. And I'm glad to be here, and just let us know and get a hold of Mr. Clyde Davis. He's the head of the board.
Okay.
And so let him know, and then we'll come down.
You know, if you'll give us some heads up, we'll send somebody to your meetings. We really want to interact.
Yeah,
All we can, because those are our kids too, so we really want to have that relationship where we can
yeah.
work with each other and meet those needs, so.
And we wanted to meet with some of who's the girl that works at her, I think she works at the high school.
Ms. Hill?
Ms. Kelly King Morgan.
Oh, Kelly King.
Yeah, so someday we'd like to meet with you and, just get together and talk a little bit and stuff. And
Definitely.
yeah, so by the way, my name is Alfred LaPaz, and I'm glad to be here. And so we'll just sit in and listen and see what's going on, and if there's
Our new middle school, we're actually having a Native American classroom built onto it, and outside it'll open up into a big courtyard, and they have plans for all sorts of, so. And we'd like to have your input when we do that, what we need to put outside and inside, and make that a real cultural center for our Native American kids, so. We'd love to have your all's input when we get to that point of that project too, so.
they'll be just here at the school, or?
Yes, the new middle school will be built in the old baseball field behind the high school.
Oh,
But
okay.
our meetings are normally in here, while we're designing, but we'd love to get your input on those, and Amanda here she can get your information and send you emails or text or whatever's best. Cause we'd love to have your input on all of that we can get, so.
Well,
The baby committee just got here.
there's two more right here, so,
Yeah,
well, maybe they can introduce themselves right there. Caroline Blaze.
Sorry.
Yeah, so they're some of the new members on the tribal council and also with the education committee. And so anyway,
We really want to be involved and we want you guys involved. So anything we can do to work together, please let us know and please come to our board meetings or any meetings. That it's really important that we have that relationship and
yeah, so there's some issues that, we'd like to kind of catch up on and, talk about it. So,
and anytime you guys want to come down, just visit with me or some of the principals and what's going on. Just let us know when, we'll make the time and we'll come to your education meetings. You want us to come up there
Yeah.
and visit, you just let us know what you need and.
good, well, good, I used to come down here all the time when I was driving the bus. Used to go to her school all the time and go to the programs and I missed that, so we got to come down.
Awesome. You guys, thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and I don't know if, we need to be here for the rest of your meeting.
You don't have to be, if you're more than welcome to hang out with us if you'd like to though.
Because I don't know.
You want to get back to the game? Oh, we have some board members want to get out of here.
This is, Clyde Davis, and he's the one that's head of the education committee, so, yeah. So anyway.
Do you guys have any questions for us while you're here or anything you want to know and?
Well, I don't have anything that, in writing, there's quite a few things that we had discussed, at a prior meeting, but maybe this might be something that we can discuss when, we come down again.
Okay,
So I'll be glad to.
and if you guys just want to set up a meeting with any of us at any time, please let us know.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay,
I just have to say thank you all so much for the support that you give Miss Kelly King Morgan,
yes,
because this is my fourth year at the high school, but I feel that like the culture and the language component at the high school is just excelling with the kids and it's putting that anchor with our Native American kids. So I have to say thank you and thank you so much that it's just been amazing. Like it's just been a shift with our students.
well, yeah, I think, that's part of our culture and language and that's probably some of the things that we really like to talk about. And so when we're at time, next meeting, we'll give you a call.
Okay, I want to introduce Miss Montoya to you. She does all the grants with the impact aid money and all that, and she gets all the. So I'm sure you probably got some emails from her already. I don't know if this,
Probably
Too bad you
new
haven't yet.
people, probably not yet.
not
Yeah.
yet, but she's always reaching out, trying to get more information and stuff, so. I know but I want to put a face with the name, because you'll be seeing emails from her and.
You have a card?
I do, I'll grab one from my office real quick and have that.
That's great. We get in contact with you.
I don't have one with me either, but I'll get you guys one on.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You can sit up here if you want. You get more than welcome.
I used to work at the Carroll County Sheriff's and I was bailiff, so I.
Oh.
used to-
And we're a little more informal than that.
Thank you. So, well, thank you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
For your information and we'd like to meet with you and we'll give you a call
Wonderful.
and talk to you some more. And there's a lot of things we'd like to address here, so
Wonderful.
we'll get together with you, so. But if we don't need to stay, I guess we can.
If there's something you guys wanna talk about now, we're more than willing to visit right now, but if there's something that's pressing on your mind right now,
Yeah.
we'll sure take time for you.
I just wanted to know about the language program. It's under Kelly at the high school. Do they have one at the middle school? No. Are you planning on having in the elementary?
We were sharing a teacher between the three schools and then, well, that didn't work out. So we've been looking, which is hard to find that person that fills that role, really hard. We do have 2 liaisons that work with the kids, but that language teacher is really hard to get. And if you find somebody, you know somebody, we're looking. We need somebody. That license seems kind of hard to get and,
Yeah,
they've changed the licensing requirements a few times on us and. Shelley knows more about that than I do, but I think. I didn't misspeak on that, did I, Shelley? Oh, actually, all those books right there, those are the books that we purchased ourselves for the Native American teachers for the language and.
Are they being used
The
We
ones that,
have
That's the high
some at
school.
at the high school?
These are the ones that we're using for these 3 schools and, we don't have that teacher, but we spent 25,000. It's hard to get books. It took us a year to get the books. And we finally got them. And so they've been making their own curriculums and doing other things. So we're very interested in doing that though. So we just gotta find that person that fits that.
Yeah, I'm also on the licensure committee.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and so we give license to teachers that are fluent in the language that can teach at public schools. So that's what I do too.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we're
and it's.
seeking ones. If you find somebody that would.
Yeah, but like you said, it's really hard to find, fluent speakers that are willing to, with their time. It depends on where they live, transportation, and a lot of them don't have Facebook and all.
Right.
and everything.
No, that's been one of our goals since I've been here is to really make it. Have that relationship with the tribe so we could take care of those kids, because it's really hard sometimes to get all the parents or somebody, and I think all the principals here can. And we want that relationship, we need that, it's good for the kids, and so. We're open to anything you guys wanna do, yes, ma'am.
So how many students from the Scholar do you have?
Shelley can tell you for sure, but it's about a third of our population, so somewhere around 300.
309, 310, 309 to 310.
Elementary to high school?
Yes, ma'am.
309.
And we're really proud of this, our graduation rate on the native went up to Jody 80-something%.
It's still embargoed until the end of the month.
Oh, but you're not supposed to say that. I'm sorry, we'll give you that good news later. But we're really proud of our graduation rate with our native kids.
well, if you have something with a list of the names of the board here, maybe.
Yes, sir, we'll get that to you. And we have your email here, we'll send all that to you.
Appreciate it.
And, I'll get my information on there and it'd be my cell number, so you can catch me anytime, anywhere. And I answer the phone, so.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. Good to meet all of you and good to see you again. Good to see you. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
May I ask, at the high school, she has a lecture teacher. Then they invite travel members to sit in on one of their classes.
I know she has before and, several times and they make a date and usually they don't show up. But yes,
But they are welcome.
oh, yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Is that it? We're gonna move on?
Yeah, you worked on these books, took a long time.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
hard for us to get, but we finally.
My name's on there, you know, again, this, linguist, you know, and I can read it and I can write it. I'm trying to teach it there too, because of the materials that's needed. And this is one way of preserving the language.
Well, we sure want to teach her, so those books don't go to waste. We got a lot of money,
Okay.
Where it's at to go. All right, and you guys gonna do the K-12, or you gonna do the? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Mr. President, members of the board, we're gonna move
Thank you.
the order around by doing a K-12 first, if that's okay. By Elior for student nutrition, it's gonna be a little shorter than they previously mentioned.
Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys tonight. Even more so, I appreciate the partnership that we have with Tularosa Schools. I have a presentation and I asked Mr. Bregler, Tom, if I had a time limit. And believe it or not, I actually cut some slides out, but I promise I will be brief because I want to allow for time for questions if you guys have any of those questions. You're gonna be my driver tonight. I told him I'm gonna give him carpal tunnel because I'm gonna make him run it. I don't know what it is about every time I come to New Mexico, but I bring dust storms. Apologies.
Yeah, next time we'll do this by Zoom then.
There you go. So quick agenda, culinary, just our dining programs, wellness and nutrition, marketing, community engagement, and financials. So brief introduction of the team. Hopefully you guys have seen Jesse Bettenker. He is your food service director. Raul Perez is actually your new district manager. I was your former district manager. My name is Natasha Austin. Apologies, I don't think I said that to begin with. But since I was a little more familiar, I'm doing the presentation tonight, and Raul had another engagement, couldn't make it tonight. Amy Gibbons is the regional manager, and then Jim Stowell is our vice president. Really, somebody's delayed. That was not me tomorrow. So just some of our peer institutions, in case you guys are not familiar, we do business with Alamogordo Schools, Carrizozo, Cloudcroft, Farmington, Loving, just some of the schools in the area. So culinary vision, again, brief, providing choices. We like to do, as much to the presentation earlier, we like to do geographical and cultural offerings, plant-based recipes, and social responsibility. We like to do locally grown. That's been a big thing in New Mexico. Scratch cooking and locally grown has been a big push in New Mexico. So that's something that we're really leaning toward. Safe and clean kitchens, of course, allergen training. All of our food service directors are Allertrain certified, including all of us in upper management. And then education, Elior University. Well, I'll talk to that with some of our people training and that kind of thing. Told you, I'm gonna make you good. Just some pictures, because I think pictures speak 1,000 words. Some Thanksgiving, Jesse was very proud. Hopefully you, just keep going. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys got to partake in Thanksgiving meals, but they actually did turkeys, which were in that previous picture. So hopefully you guys, if you haven't gotten the opportunity, eat in the schools, enjoy some of our food. That's, food is the focus. That's what we're really proud of. Nutrition bar, thanks to the financial surplus. There were some nutrition bars or, kind of Hambros, if you will, that we were able to purchase in partnership and offer some salads and fresh fruits and vegetables and that kind of thing. So there's a picture of that here. Menus, you guys can view those online. So I won't go into a lot of great detail, but Global Bites are our program where we're offer cultural, recipes. So Good is our sample where we sample a seasonal fresh fruit or vegetable of the month. We feature that in our menus. Catering, again, these are actually from Tularosa. So these are some caterings that were done. I think it was this school year or potentially last school year. These are some pictures that Jesse shared with me of some caterings that were done. Our marketing programs. Try It Tuesday. So when we are featuring one of those Global Bites or So Good recipes, we like to do a Try It Tuesday where we feature those. So we sample that on the line or on a table if we're able to provide a person that can do those samples on the line. Merchandising, we like to make it a welcoming environment, appealing, a positive service experience for the students. We're student focused, of course, that is why we're all here. We want to make it so that you guys can focus on which you're good at, which is education, so that we feed those students so they're ready to learn. Empathy, respect, visibility, and engagement. Just keep. Communication and community engagement. I'll breeze through this one, sorry. Oh, that's okay. It's just, yes, all good. Be Well. So Be Well is our platform where we offer healthy menu options, and you'll see the 5 little blueberries. If you look at our menus online, our Be Well options have the little blueberry right next to it. And in order to qualify as a Be Well option, it has to meet 3, sorry, too fast. 3 of the 5 to qualify. So it has to contain a plant-based food, contain a healthy fat, contain a lean protein, less sugar, or fiber. So it has to contain 3 of those 5 in order to qualify. So our approach to food allergies, again, all of our food service directors are AlloTrain certified. And, you know, these are our 8 big, and now it's sesame is one of the more recent allergens added to that list. We also try to meet our vegetarian and vegan options if that is a need within the district. Wellness and nutrition education, So Good. So broccoli was one that is featured in February. It's also February is also Heart Healthy Month. So we try to feature our heart healthy recipe. Broccoli, we've done some sampling, not here in Tularosa specifically that I'm aware of, but we have a broccoli stir fry. That's our So Good recipe of the month. And then wellness events, nutrition news, and Ask a Dietitian. If you guys have not gotten a chance to check out the menus online, NutriSlice, it gives you allergen information. For our nurses, it gives carb counts. TrackNow is our menu software. So if you haven't gotten to, that is actually on you guys' website. If you go there and then click on menus, you can see our NutriSlice recipes. Our wellness team is here for support. We have a wealth of resources with our dietitians. And then sustainability, I'll again breeze through this part of it. Prepare yourself. So the 4 kind of pillars of our wellness or of our doing good platform are people, wellness, food, and planet. So people, we want to be part of the community in which we belong and contribute to that community. We want to encourage people to participate in their overall wellness. Feel good about the food that they eat and put into their body to nourish their mind and heart and planet. And we want to contribute back and sustain or have that sustainability. Local foods, as I mentioned, you know, that's a big push in New Mexico currently is to purchase locally grown food. So that's something we're working with. That's the good part is having districts in the area that we do business with, because sometimes purchasing local is a harder thing with smaller districts because they have, you know, order minimums and delivery fees and that kind of thing. So we can partner with districts like Alamogordo that are right down the street to get those local foods and kind of spread it amongst the different districts. So our people, again, I'll breeze through employee engagement. We're big on engaging our employees through coaching and development. We have a program called Elior University that we can use to develop our people and train and continue to coach them so they can continue to grow in their career. 27 learning modules, e-learnings. we'll continue to just breeze through the next few. K-12 partnership review, hopefully that's something that you've seen Jesse partner with. He's we'll share pictures, kind of financially where we stand and that kind of thing. Monthly, quarterly, annually, we like to share kind of what we're doing as a whole. Our financials, just a brief slide on our meals year over year. First one, fiscal year 2021, 22, 23, 24. As you can see that we continue to grow our meals in the program. Sorry, spoke as fast as I could.
Just a comment, I have no questions. We really appreciate Elior. They've done a great job there.
We really appreciate the partnership.
Yes.
We hope to,
My phone never rings over a complaint over the cafeteria. so-
that's the goal. The goal is that.
I didn't eat, so I was wondering.
No, and we love Jesse.
Two people are supposed to bring food. Sorry.
Jesse's
Jesse's been
amazing.
great.
Jesse is great. Jesse is great. Yeah.
Catering he does for some of our staff stuff, and it's just been amazing. Been a great partnership, so thank you.
Good. We're glad to have him. We're appreciative for the partnership.
Thank you for coming.
Any other questions?
Just had a comment. I think the presentation was really nice. I like the variety of foods that you guys offer. And, I think the app that you wanted to incorporate, I wish I had that growing up so that way I could look at the menu and stuff before I go to school. So I think that's a good idea.
The variety that we have is just amazing for kids, the varieties. So it's just amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, when I was there, we didn't have that Ask Alexa.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our next presentation, Mr. President, members of the board, is our audit report from Beasley and Mitchell. And I believe they're online.
You sent her away. Again. Did she hear?
Trash 11.
You can sign it if you want.
You really want to impress this guy.
On her side, no chance?
Can she hear us? Yeah, she can hear us.
Be on her side.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's probably in the settings, he's having this kind of.
Well, all we need to know, was it good or bad? We can move right along.
Keep me hanging.
It's one for like-
Did she
We'll
maybe
go get a
call
fourth
in and
grader
put
over
on
here. to face-
speakerphone instead of phone?
They could,
5-year-old.
never had that problem before, so.
Well, not coming from Ballsburg.
Manny, could you call my cell phone and we can,
That's what I was just suggesting, yeah. Let's have her just call.
I'll put it on
Todd said
speaker,
he could put it on speaker.
575-740-1002.
And that's for everybody.
Yeah.
They're the only ones in there, so why not?
Oh, my radio friend. probably have-
What was the last one?
You're down here, I got you.
He probably deserved that. Yes, put him on Shelley's phone.
Too late.
Yeah, my phone.
We can use that one.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Yes,
can you
hear me?
We can hear you. Can you guys hear that okay?
Is that all the way up?
It's all the way up. Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. We're having some technical
I always start with data. Our data is down a little bit this month. We gave a lot of additional assessments in January and we had lots of kids out. So it's down a tiny bit, but we have a plan to fix some of that moving forward. So hopefully we'll have, not hopefully, we will have more time for instruction and get our kids all caught up and back on track next month. Our first Lego League robotics team competed last month and did an amazing job. They were just so poised. They did a great job presenting. They won medals. They have a certificate for our school. And they made a really cool model. So we took pictures of all that. And I'm excited we're gonna have a trophy case. And so we'll get all that fun stuff displayed that the kids earn. We've got a busy week this week. We've got Valentine's parties coming up. Parent-teacher conferences Thursday and Friday. We also have CPI and mental health first aider training at THS this week. We started new clubs starting last week, and so we have lots of new things going on. I am no longer the garden club person, which is great for me, but it's going to be really cool. Mr. Drake is leading that, and he has big plans for a garden in the old pre-K area, a greenhouse, and all kinds of things. We've also got robotics, fitness, Zumba, more Lego robotics, and an aquaponics unit for our garden club. So that'll be lots of fun too. Our attendance is down a teensy bit, but still up from last year. Again, we've had lots of kids getting sick and all kinds of things. So hopefully once this season is over, everything will be back on track and we'll have better attendance. We've got a couple new ideas coming up for this spring to increase attendance and just incentivize kids to come to school. Because again, our staff is amazing, best staff I've ever worked with. And if kids can come to school, we can teach them. And then last, again, we've been recognized as a National ESEA Distinguished School, and so that conference is coming up next week, and staff is super excited to go. And they're just happy to be able to go and see the presentation, but also be recognized. They work extremely hard, and it's parents and kids and staff all coming together to earn this, so we're excited for next week. And that's all for TES.
Thank you. Ms. Corona.
So as I spoke last month, we changed our schedule at TIS, and so our interventions are in full force. Every afternoon, Monday through Thursday, kids are getting interventions in math and reading for an hour. And teachers worked really hard for about a month, grouping kids, and they're grouped in at the levels they need. And so I think the kids are really getting some instruction in math and reading that they need, and I think it's gonna really help our scores and upcoming assessments that we're taking. We hired Mary Vaughn, and she is working as our pre-K special education teacher. And I think she's gonna be a great asset to our pre-K department. And she's working so hard to facilitate and work with our teachers and change some of our programming within our special education classroom in pre-K. The ECECD, which is Early Child Education Department, came to our annual compliance visit 2 weeks ago. And we just had some really positive feedback about the things we're doing in pre-K. And just we had really positive feedback about the relationships that the teachers have with our students in the classrooms. So the teachers are taking their classes to Physics in the Box at least once a week. The kids are really enjoying it. They love that they have their own classroom that is set up and they can go in there and work and keep everything together. And the kids are really enjoying it. I had some pictures of the kids in there working, and so I really love that they have their own space to do that. We have Picture Day coming up February 25th. They have pre-K roundup, another pre-registration February 21st. Hopefully we'll get some more students signed up for pre-K. We're also having Valentine's parties on Thursday, and during specials, the kids will have a dance. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade will have their own little dance during specials. And teachers are working really hard to prepare for parent-teacher conferences this week as well.
Thanks, Mr. Burke.
Yes, sir. All right. Student enrollment is the same, has not changed, but we do have some new students coming in here pretty soon. We got 2 new enrollees coming in pretty soon. The middle school student council will be hosting a Valentine's dance this Thursday during our club hour. So we're going to use that club hour time to have the middle schoolers be able to have that dance in the gymnasium so they can have a little bit of fun. Track, baseball, and softball are starting this week. So we are including 6th graders. I've been encouraging the 6th graders to get their physicals done before track season starts. So it starts tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. Robotics. They did an amazing job in Albuquerque this last week. 2 years in a row, they have come home with the trophy. They were recognized for first place for motivation award. So they did a great job in Albuquerque. Hats off to Mr. Allen and Miss Satterthwaite for doing that. Those kids. Knowledge Bowl is in full swing. We're gonna be having a lot of Knowledge Bowl competition coming up. We're going to Capitan tomorrow. Take on Holloman, Cloudcroft, Carrizozo, Ruidoso, and Mescalero. FFA had a great presentation or a great representation for Tularosa schools in Albuquerque. This last weekend, Creed Speaker made the second round, which finished in the top 10 of that group. Prepared Speaker placed in the middle of the pack. Quiz Bowl got beat by the buzzer. The other teams were faster on the buzzer and answering the question, so they did good. But overall, the leadership conference for FFA, Tularosa kids represented Tularosa very well. So Ms. Day and Mr. Montes were very pleased with them. So we are in preparing for end of year testing and the state testing coming up here pretty soon. So I'm visiting with the teachers now to talk about scheduling that testing window for ELA, math, and 8th grade science, including the alternative testing. Okay. Last announcement I want to make is a shout out to Miss Liz Chavez. She is a grandmother again for the second time. Her son in Silver City and daughter-in-law had a baby girl last week, so she's been keeping the highway between Silver City and Tularosa hot, going there on Friday evenings and coming back on Sunday evenings. So that's all I have from the middle school.
Thanks, sir.
So district play is going really well with the girls and boys basketball. The girls are actually up 6-4 right now instead of the first. Track and baseball and softball have all started practicing. Track was out there today in the dust bowl. I don't know if you guys saw, Adrius Behill signed for Highlands to play football. We have an entire letter of acceptance wall going up in the foyer at the high school. So we're asking for students acceptance letters to college, to jobs, to trade schools, like anything that they are getting accepted to, we want to post it and give them recognition. For that, last week, FFA and our Native Hope Club were both representing Tularosa at the Roundhouse in Santa Fe last week. I got the privilege to travel with our Native American group up there. And the FFA sent me pictures and they both got to meet senators while they were up there. It was just a great experience. I hope more people would actually do that. Be Pro, Be Proud truck, that's our CTE AI generated semi truck, will be here next week and it'll be here Thursday and Friday. I would love for you guys to come out there. It's going to be in the football field parking lot. And you actually put on AI sets and they show you how to weld and how to get your CDL. And it's just like a super cool truck. I've been in it like 2 or 3 times and it's just super neat all the way around. So definitely come check it out. Robotics competed in Albuquerque this past weekend. We didn't come home with any hardware, but Mr. Miyoshi was super proud of his kids. Knowledge Bowl came back with 2nd place the week before last. And welding is competing in El Paso this weekend, and they're actually competing at Sun City Welding. Those are the people that come in every single year and certify our welders. But they're actually competing in their competition this weekend. Each school is only allowed to bring in 1. They're letting us bring in 2, and those kids are competing for scholarships for that welding program. So that's everything going on at the high school. Do you guys have any questions for me? Come by, see all the great things that we're doing.
Cool, thank you. Thank you.
I don't, Mr. President, there's nothing on my agenda.
All right, consideration of agenda.
Yeah, Mr. President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of the consideration of the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, consideration of the organization of the board.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of the organization of the board. I don't even know if I have to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, I'd like to nominate Megan.
Second.
Make the motion on Megan.
Yeah,
Aye.
I cannot think of anybody that actually, kept me in line with what's going on, and she has a good view of everything that's going on in school, so I have to agree with that. Absolutely.
Well. Need a motion for that one.
You have to vote.
Yeah, we have to vote.
Motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There you go.
Congratulations, back.
Still hot.
Right there.
I'd like to nominate Francisco for vice president.
I'll second that.
Any other nominations?
You just have a nomination in a second.
I'll nominate Cisco's vice. Again, because you did such a good job.
Say all in favor?
Need a second.
I don't think you have to do that on that. I think that, voting like this for members. Just say we have a nomination for Cisco, is there a second?
We have a nomination for Cisco, is there a second?
And we got a second, any other nominations?
Any other nominations?
And seeing none, we shall proceed to vote.
Proceed to vote,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nominate Gilbert, secretary.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Good.
We have a
So
nomination.
we have a nomination for Gilbert as secretary. Second.
Any other nominations?
Any other nominations?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations, new. That doesn't mean David can quit, right?
No, I'll still be here.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Well, just a quick note, I'd like to thank David for
Yes, thank you, David.
great 2 years. It's been amazing. You've done a great job and I personally appreciate it. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, Madam President, 3.3, I'm gonna have to change this whole thing up.
So recommending approval of minutes of January 15th, 2025, regular meetings, January 24th, 2025, special meeting.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of the minutes for the January 15, 25 regular meeting and the January 24, 2025 special meeting.
All motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Recommending approval of the check register for January 2025.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of check register for January 2025. We have Mr. Bregler present, if you have any questions.
I didn't see any, haven't seen anything, so. Gilbert.
I don't, but I think I had a question for you concerning. I'll hold that until a later time.
Okay.
It's concerning, something that was like, maybe within the last year, was a grant. That I want you to help me, show me how to find something like that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Recommending approval of the sale of baseball materials, fencing, metal, portable buildings, etc.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of the old baseball field. It's the portable building, the fencing, the dugouts, everything there. The point being, we discussed this last board meeting. If we can get rid of it, we won't have to pay the new construction company to tear it down and we can actually maybe
Which
make a little bit of the
benefit
money.
Right.
Are you gonna find a date or like maybe?
We will, what we'll do is I have to send a letter to the state auditor and make sure they give us permission to sell like the portable building and then, we will go to silent bid. We'll put it on our website, maybe the marquee. And get, put a date where everybody can turn in silent bid and, hopefully maybe the next board meeting where we can sit down and you guys make sure it's legitimate, where you guys go through the bids and see who the high bid is.
Well, my question is, where does that money, a lot of go to eventually?
The general fund.
The general fund, okay. That was the only question I think I had about
Yeah,
that.
so we just bought a new Conex box to replace that
That building.
that portable,
Right.
so hopefully that will help recover that money back for that new Conex.
Okay. I'll motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Who's second?
No.
David.
Okay, recommending approval of a bus wash station.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval of the bus wash station. I do believe I mentioned was gonna do this after the July 1st. Is that correct, Mr. Bregler?
I believe that's what you
So we're
said.
trying to do this with our new, funding we'll get for the transportation.
Okay, so we'll wait until that point.
Right, we can get everything set up.
Yes, sir.
We can get, that way, when we get to our July 1st budget, we can already be set up and go right away and have it built by that time.
And that spot has been picked up, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
The next is recommending not approving Otero County Roadrunner adult football the use of our high school facilities.
It's not supposed to be, not.
It's not open.
Just a typo, it's a typo,
Okay. Recommending
yeah, that's the item,
approving Otero County Roadrunner adult football the use of our high school
you're reading the
facilities.
wrong one.
Oh.
You're reading my report. That's why. No, yeah, it's pretty easy to do, because it's pretty similar.
Mhm.
Anyway, yes, Madam President, members of the board. The Otero County Roadrunner Adult Football League was here at our last meeting. I did say to them out loud that personally, I would not approve it, and that's how come the not was on there, so Megan just, I've talked to our coaches, our AEDs, some of the members of the community, however, that's your decision. And these are three very nice gentlemen right here, and I hate to say that, but, in my opinion, it's just it's not a good time for our field, but I hate these guys not to have to play football. It's just, I don't feel our field's the right place for it. So that is totally a board deal, and the nod is just my recommendation, but however, I don't vote.
I know my feeling, I don't know what you guys think.
We just did the painted, the track starting.
I mean, as they spoke to us last week, they did say we could go week by week. And if there was something wrong, something went down that we did not approve of, you gotta go. So at that point, I was willing to say, okay, give them a chance. That's my personal opinion, just because I like to bring something a little more, just bring a bigger part of the community here. But there again, that's my take on the situation. I don't know what anybody, I hadn't really spoke to anyone else concerning this, so I'd like to know anybody else's thoughts.
We need somebody to monitor that, because. Who's gonna be there?
They can answer some questions.
I just wanted to say, we also have a member of the high school football staff that has been a part of this team. Oh,
Is that Coach Riley?
Coach Nathan Riley is his name. Yes, sir. Really good man. He, I don't know if he's gonna play this year, but he has been helping us out. You know, giving y'all information if y'all ask him questions. And like we said, we had to rebrand because we didn't want anyone a part of our old organization to be able to show up in their uniforms like, well, we're a part of this team, we're still a part of this. That's why we went a whole new route, rebranded, trying to branch away from them. I mean, we have people that come all the way from Las Cruces just to play for our team. And there's a team in Cruces, there's teams in El Paso, and they travel all that way to be a part of our organization. And y'all have a lot of great things going on. I mean, I went to school here, hearing all these great things that went on in school, that's amazing. I love hearing that. And we just want to bring something back to the community and be a part of what Tularosa is all about. Like we said, we want to run that after the season's complete, you know, we'll go week by week. We want to run that free spin agility camp for the kids. From any ages, they're all welcome, it's free. And we just want to do something that's good, but we'll leave that in your hands and your votes, but I just wanted to say that. If any of my teammates want to say anything else?
Is it, are we talking strictly games?
Yes, sir.
And games are always on Saturdays?
Yes, sir. And then we know that you guys have track season coming up. And if one of our games interferes with that, track, like let's say you have a track meet scheduled the same day as one of our games, we can change our time, we could reschedule the game, like we're not trying to step on any of your guys' events that you have going on. Well, oh, we have a game today and you'll have a track meet. Well, no, we're asking you to use your field and everything and the concession stand, the locker rooms, I'm sorry. And things like that. So if there's a track meet or there's something going on in the field that day, we can reschedule one of our games. That's not.
When we get ready for a track meet though, we have to line it up for the pole vault, the javelin and
Yes, sir.
that kind of stuff.
There's a lot.
And so that takes us 3 or 4 days to get ready for that. I had another question. Again, that was a really good one. Yeah, what about security? I'm gonna say this again, after watching that game in Cloudcroft, I was totally turned off by what I seen from the families and the cussing and how can you guarantee the board and myself that we're not gonna see a bunch of extremely vulgar language and stuff, but we don't want our community coming to our school and hearing we take a big pride in our stuff and like that, and I know I'm just speaking for what I've seen here in the last 4 years, but how can you guys guarantee us that we're not gonna have smoking on our fields, we're not gonna be yelling the F word across the field at each other, we're not gonna be fighting? And I know tempers are gonna get heated, but what kind of security, what kind of deals are out there for us, for our
investment.
I know you say that you have a couple law enforcement officers
Yes, sir.
on the team,
Yes, sir.
okay? I've played softball. You know, with the guys that aren't law enforcement, I am law enforcement. But just by me being law enforcement doesn't mean that Joe Schmo on the other team, or even my team, is gonna keep their composure and play with class. You know, there's times where they don't care who I am, they don't care who I work for. They still act out, and you know, it's at times it's embarrassing. People do look to the law enforcement, hey, what are you gonna do about it? But, I mean, you're talking to grown adults. You know, you're not talking to kids, you're not like, hey, you better stop it. They're gonna carry on, just depending on their character. So the thing is, like, we don't want it to get to the point where that issue arises again. And that's what we don't want, you know? So, I mean, if it was a guarantee, I'm 100%, all of us would be on board. But because it's unknown, you know, we're 50-50 with it. We don't know which way to lean. So that's the issue that we're running into.
So I can speak for our team. We've already established at every practice that if there's fighting of any sort on our side, then you're done. There's no tolerance for it at all. If it comes to the other team, of course, we'll speak with the referees that we'll have on board, and they'll be able to handle it and try and keep it as level as possible.
And
But
that's
for
the
us,
thing,
we've
is
already-
we're gonna need a guarantee for the other team also.
How many games are we talking?
Understand? Yeah.
Five home games,
Starting when
February 22nd.
and ending when?
March.
They're not 5 in a row, surely you go other
No,
weeks.
we travel,
Yes, sir.
have travel games, away games, stuff like that, so.
Right, there's a schedule right there. The
Oh,
yellow
yeah,
one.
I seen that. It's on my office.
So, also, how you were talking about the other teams and everything, we had a team meeting, we were talking, to our coaches and everybody. And, I was talking to our coach today, fortunately he couldn't be here today. we're saying before the game even starts, we can talk to the other team's captains and tell them the situation, be like, hey, we're not your concerns pretty much, we're gonna be telling them. And that's to try and avoid any situations like that. Also, it's not just our team that has the, oh, you fight, you're done. That was league enforced also to prevent situations like this indefinitely, because we have our time and money invested in this, you know, we're paying for all of our traveling fees, our team fees, our uniforms. And if you're gonna get in the way of that, of saying, or not you guys, but an individual, for instance, gets in the way of that because he wants to badmouth someone else, then that is their loss of money and everything like that. And that's why the league was enforcing this no tolerance policy this year, and why it's such a severe punishment for anything like that. And then the communication with the referees, telling them, hey, if you see anything like this, like tell them the severity of it. If anything you don't like, to prevent any hostile situations like that, they're gonna start it. And if a ref kicks a player out of the game, then they're done for the year and they can't do anything about it.
Okay. I mean, that's just for the players, right?
Yes, sir.
No,
That's
for
for
the
the
fans.
That's for the players, coaches,
And
Okay,
the
what
fans
about, I
also.
mean, yeah, the
and
fans,
in general, yes. it's for
you know,
the
how's
fans.
that gonna be regulated? Though? How are the fans gonna be? I mean, watched over? I know you have the refs out on the field to watch the players,
Yes, sir.
but who's gonna be observing and watching? You know, fans that may be getting out of hand.
So I've already talked to my department, for Cooley, and they've said that they were willing to show up and be at the games to regulate, just like they did, for the high school games. They were more than willing to show up, watch the football, make sure everybody's acting right in the stands, off the field, the things that they can control.
If there's a call for service,
Then we got enough
I
people
know you
right
guys
now
are
that
shorthanded.
we can still, do both.
Okay,
So we should be good there.
and they're gonna be able to stay there for the whole game?
Yes, sir.
Cause I mean, it'd have to be a zero tolerance.
Yes, sir.
And
And I'll make sure I reestablish that with them too.
March 8th and the 22nd, we have law enforcement doing their fitness test on for facilities too, so we have to watch those dates.
What were those dates again, sir?
March 8th and 22nd.
Oh, that's good.
We should be fine on those dates, sir.
I have a question, it was a good one, but I can't find it, let's go.
Now, I know you had stated there was gonna be a fee that you
Oh, yes,
had
yes.
proposed.
Let me, I have it right here. So it was five home games for the regular season, $1,250 for, the season. And extra $350 if we host a playoff game. We would like access to concession stands, restrooms, locker rooms. We'll clean up after the games. After the season, we'd like to, provide an all-purpose sports and agility camp for the kids. And yes, sir, that was all the terms that we had.
Okay, so my question is that the chance that someone does get mad and they cause damages that exceeds that $1,200, you know, what's your plan for that?
Insurance.
Insurance, I mean,
Are you saying damage to?
say there's damage to the facilities, anything like that from the fans, we'll stay in the bathrooms, I mean, locker rooms or whatnot. If it exceeds that $1,200, you know, what's your plan?
We have money that we've rounded up as a team that went to like uniforms and everything else that we may need. So of course, we have to speak with our coaches, but I'm sure that we have more money that could go towards those damages
Yeah, cause I
if
mean,
necessary.
We also have a few sponsors. I don't know the name of them, but we also have sponsors for the team and that's.
Who stripes the field?
Who stripes the field? We can stripe it ourselves.
You know, that when we stripe our field, it's about $700 a game to stripe our field with our striper. It's expensive, more than I ever thought it would be, so. And we don't diesel our field, we 100% stripe it, so we don't get the lines and burn in there, so. And what about after the game? Who cleans up? Like,
We
you guys will be there to clean up.
We'll be cleaning up before we depart from the field.
I was an AD a long time and I hated going into a locker room after a team left and by like having to call there. My janitor still had to clean up somebody else's mess. It never seemed fair to make our guys have to clean up.
Yes, sir. That'll be on us. We'll make sure that.
Striping, that's a whole different. Stripers are expensive and the paint forms are expensive and I don't know.
Yeah, they make
It's
sure,
not always striped, like right now, there's no stripes on it at all.
I was gonna say, they made sure, our coaches made sure to foot stomp that we want to make sure we maintain and clean up the field and clean up the stands, because we can't control what people trash if they leave
Yeah.
trash and leeches and stuff like
And
that.
the game I went to, there wasn't a lot of fans, but thank God. I mean, they're pretty out there, so.
We're gonna do what we can to control what we can.
If it was you guys playing football, I'd be like, heck, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's coming to our facility and it is a state-owned facility, so there's no smoking of any kind, no drinking, there's none of that. It's made for kids.
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
I guess the last thing I'd like to say is, you know, we'll do everything we can to make sure that nothing bad happens, because we care a lot about this organization and then also this opportunity too. When we know it's in your hands to make your votes, and we're gonna have to live with that. So we're just asking for an opportunity. And we're cleaning up after the game, just like if you get a brand new pair of boots, you're gonna use them. But you're not gonna leave them outside in this dusty wind in the rain and let them get ruined. You're gonna take care of them. You're gonna take pride in what you do, in what you're doing out there and how you condone yourself. We're not just representing ourselves, you know, but there's gonna be kids in the stands, they're gonna be watching us. And we'll make sure that it's established, not just on our team, but as the other team, to show some respect to the high school that we're playing at. For giving us this privilege to use the field.
It'll be insane.
And there's ample leadership from Tully alumni to from an officer here. I've definitely grown up.
We have military,
So,
and that's
exactly.
people we want to help out.
Yes, sir.
100.
Yes, sir, and there's more.
That's our
There's more.
community.
Former Army, so.
The same, well, Army, I said military, I didn't say.
Army, so yeah. But yes, sir, there's more of us. I feel like we actually take up majority of the team between our players.
Yeah, military.
Majority military, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not, I work for the Forest Service. We have so many different careers, so much diversity. And there's a lot of guys there that just, every single one of us love playing football, and we just want to put on a great show and have an opportunity for that. And like we said, we'll use that, be able to make that decision.
Anybody else got anything to say?
Jody, you're the high school principal, any comments? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm gonna.
Just looking at the high school sports schedule and then what we've already committed to. It looks like really only being able to accommodate, you said the first game is February 22nd,
That's correct.
is really only being able to accommodate the first 2 Saturdays on that. Of course, I was thinking the striping, the mowing, because right now we just went in and what was it, reseeded, replanted the field,
Right.
and so it's not being mowed like.
Yeah, we're keeping it 5 inches right now till we get to season, and we'll bring it down a little at a time to make sure, so.
So
Yeah,
that,
and we like it to be really pretty and green at graduation, so we'll.
It's understandable.
and then what was the end date on it?
May,
We have May 3rd.
May 3rd.
That's the last game.
When's our track meets, Jody? We have a junior high, a district and a regular track meet. We have 3 track meets, correct? Is that it?
So it
Yes,
has
that's the high
the
school.
March 15th, March 5th. I mean, April 5th, sorry, April 19th, May 2nd.
4, 5, 4, 9,
And
10, and 5,
then middle
3.
school is,
Correct, so.
it just keeps rolling that one. You guys. So April is it doesn't have the TMS date on them.
Correct.
That was a long day.
Yeah.
I think another one that we should consider, I don't know if anybody's talked to Coach Crane, but it's kind of like his facility right now on that one is, I don't know what he's looking at as far as practices go. I know sometimes those track meets get rescheduled. I don't know.
Well, there's no like pits or nothing out in the field right now. The field is actually open. But if they go to striping it for the javelin or something, then that could be. I still think striping is a little bit of an issue though. But I'm sure that's something we can figure out one way or another. That's not something to kill the deal.
Something else to consider, you can also take our coach's phone number and message him if anything else comes up in the future. That way the coach can pass it all along to us to let us know any help under practice at the school field today because something else is going on.
Well, we wouldn't practice on their field, we would just really just be for the home games.
That was on.
Yeah, we're only used to it for the five home games.
Practice on the field, we practice.
What time most of the games is 1 o'clock afternoon, something like that?
Yes, sir, about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Just like you said, we'll have to, if we have to change the time, we will.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I think striping is,
Well, I'm sure we can figure something out, but, that may be an incurred cost they're gonna have to pick up. But our guys, you'll have to pay our guys extra to come stripe it.
right,
It takes a long time for 2 guys to go out there, measure, run the strings, do the stripe, almost a full day to get ready for a game. And there's a lot to it, of course. Up to the board, but we have everything. We have the chains, the numbers, I mean, scoreboards, we have it all. And
You said you use specific paint for the field also when you're striping?
yeah, it comes for the striping kit. You have to order the paint that fits the
so
little
the
machine. Yeah. Some people use chalk. There's some chalk machines, carry those out. They has chalk filled.
And the fields that you guys play, is it usually like turf? Is it like ready to go?
It's turf grass, you play on mostly anything. Really, no team has a certain type of field that we usually play on, it's just turf or grass wherever we can play it. That's what type of field we play on.
You guys have other options or we?
I think you're the only ones, it's really like it that we can see, like we bring a big part of the community. We bring community together, like you're looking forward to.
the location wise, this was pretty much our best bet.
What happens if they try a game and it don't work on the first game? Are you guys gonna be in a? I don't wanna sign a contract for 5 games in the first game. Everybody's like, heck, no more, you know, we get into that pickle there.
That's my biggest question.
If that happens, then it looks like we're driving an hour for our home games to Cruces or somewhere,
Playing on the
you know,
great field.
playing on not terrific fields, but if that's the case, then we have the option, but we would prefer to play on a field if this is the case. We don't wanna have to travel for our home games is what we're trying to say. But if we have one game and you all like, absolutely not, we don't like it, then that's on us, and then we gotta figure something out.
We know the consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have somebody run the concession stand or?
Yes, sir.
We have people to run.
We have people who run concession stands, people who run the chains, people who run referees. If we have that Coach Nathan Riley, part of the team to, watch over the locker rooms to make sure that, we're not allowed in those lockers, nothing, we're just there so we can have a place to sit down, use at least a whiteboard to.
Coach Riley is one of the things I feel good about him being there because
Yes, sir.
he likes those facilities.
Yes, sir.
I do feel good about that part.
Yes.
The only issue that I'm running into is if there are damages, and we all know that everything's cheap nowadays.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the $1,200, it's probably not even gonna cover a quarter of expenses if something does happen. Not saying that it will, but, and the chance that it does, that's just my question right there, like, how's that gonna be reimbursed to the schools?
If we have to come up out of our pockets, and just like you said, we have money set aside and money that we brought together, to pay for jerseys and stuff like that. We have money set aside plus sponsorships.
Now, would that be included into the contract? That any damages would be taken care of by the team?
I think our coach wouldn't disagree with that at all.
It would be on us, because if we're using the facility and something gets damaged, then
That's on
that's
us.
bad.
Okay. The team doesn't carry insurance or anything like that? No?
They have to have their own medical insurance.
Yeah, we're playing, so we play our own discretion, we sign waivers saying if we get injured, we can't sue anybody, or if someone gets hurt on the field, we can't sue you guys, like, oh, well, I got hurt because of this. We sign waivers, we're playing at our own discretion, we're literally
Okay.
paying to play.
We could try
You guys
again.
don't carry insurance for like people coming to watch, like fans, concession, people working concession, there's no like insurance writer.
Yeah, cause
You
with,
guys carry
with
for-
concession stands, I mean, if you're handing out hot dogs and things like that, there's gotta be a license also with it.
Because it depends what kind of food they serve.
Yeah, if it's all
pretty
packaged,
Yeah, if it's packaged.
Yeah, it's all packaged, but we're
But
not
like
doing
hamburgers,
nothing.
hot dogs,
Yeah,
things like
it's
that.
just, it's simple, we're not doing nothing too fancy. And that's where some of our money would come to, like, that's money that will also go towards the team, so if there is anything damaged, money from concession stands, that's another way we get profit. To set aside, you know, and then we have sponsors. I wish I had the name of the sponsors, but I know we have either one or two, because I just don't have the names of them. We have to run camps, fundraisers. I mean, we're all there to pay for whatever we need to pay for. We can take, the way to do that too is we can also take before and after pictures of the game. As soon as we get there, take pictures of
Oh, that's a must.
everything, you know, concession stand, bathrooms, locker
Yeah,
rooms.
cause I mean, we
make
don't
sure
want
we
some
have
kids that
somebody
cause damage to a locker,
Oh, yeah.
and you guys get blamed for it.
Exactly, you know, and that's for us too, because like, oh, well, this is broken, you guys broke this, like, oh, no, we have our proof, we took a picture before,
Right.
picture after, these are the dates. You know,
That's what they.
And that'd be for both.
The locker room,
yeah,
and they took pictures before.
and we haven't had any,
And
and we also haven't had any damages to locker rooms or nothing like that at, any other
And if
facility
it's
either.
successful, cutting hinge, we'll go on to the next one, and I think what we could do probably
That's only, I
like
think I feel.
game by game,
one at a time.
Yes, sir.
yeah, game by game
That's fine.
That's fair.
basis.
That's fair.
Because God forbid, we do something screwed up to the.
I'm telling you right now, my facility manager's gonna scream at me next time he sees me.
You don't mind?
It's more than us. You know,
Yeah.
No, I understand.
This,
It's our 6 on the line, something goes wrong,
Yes, sir.
so.
Understand.
One,
we'll do the game by game basis.
I think that's. The only way that I think I'll agree to is a game by game.
Yeah.
David?
I don't know, I'm torn.
Yeah,
There's too many unknowns.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Madam President?
Don't have to vote, you can wait, to see what you.
I mean, I'm trying to, because like you said.
and I think if it wouldn't have been for that one game that Mr. Lindsay had showed up to, that you guys wouldn't have that black cloud over your heads, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It really was
That's-
that bad. I mean,
That-
100% was that bad.
like that game was, I was in a good look for the team, and after that was just it's a big disappointment for everybody that the other, like, we couldn't handle what the other team was doing, but we still couldn't, we took blame for it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, that's what we're trying to avoid.
yeah.
Well, see, because we didn't have, well, now that's why we implement all these other things into consideration now because of that situation also. Yes, it's a black cloud kind of hanging around, giving us a bad look. But that's why we weigh those people out. We took the no tolerance policy, the league enforced the no tolerance policy also, not just ourselves. And then we're taking it further to talk to referees that if anything they don't like happens, like tell them the severity of, no, like, if this happens, this happens, you access your authority, kick them out of the game, you kick them out of the game. They have to go before the league and they have to present their case to the league. Oh, this is what happened, look at the evidence. And it's up to the,
There ain't really no.
but there's, if you get sent to the league, you're probably gonna not to play.
Yeah, and it's not so much that, it's what are they gonna do from the time they get kicked out to the time they leave,
Right.
you know?
That's what I'm telling you, Cisco.
Just like
Yeah, cause if it's damaged, I'll be taking away. I don't mess around with that. So,
Well, we understand all your concerns, and like you said, we're just asking for opportunity, and it's in your hands.
You want to finish this one? No, thank you, do take action.
Well, I tried. I tried.
start making big.
All we could do is somebody make a motion, second, and vote, and then. Or it can die for a lack of a motion. I mean, that's the barley road, way it goes.
Make a motion for a 1-game trial to be played on our field under,
Their probation.
under probationary status. And that's what I'll make a motion for. If anybody wants a second, so be it. If not, it dies.
Well, the thing you guys are saying is good, it's just a guarantee for me that. Feels it for me.
All right.
I'll say this, I'll make sure I'm at that game. If it's not a roping Saturday.
Then I
I'll
guess,
make sure I'm there because there's no way I would wanna miss it. I want you guys to have that opportunity, but what I seen in Cloudcroft was disgusting. And I don't want that in my school. So I will be there to support you. If the board wants me there and if they want to go for that.
With that probation game, like, we would accept that wholeheartedly, like, we would appreciate that a lot, just to give one game.
Yeah.
Like, that's less, like, anything else.
I can reach out to my supervisors, see if they can
Somebody be there.
spare an officer.
I mean, we're talking about our military guys, our law enforcement guys,
Yeah,
and we have a beautiful facility and we want to keep it that way. That's that, and we want our reputation to be, we come to Tularosa, you're coming to a nice place and we're serious about sports here, so.
I'm serious about it too, because I'm protecting.
that's a good point. Well, I mean, Todd's gonna be there.
I'll
When
be
you
there,
make it
and I am gonna talk to the other team when they get out of their cars, we're gonna have that meeting.
Yeah.
That's one of the, and it's hard to talk to a bunch of grown men like that, but,
Needed.
yes. And Andy will chew my hind end out Monday.
You know, that's for sure.
You know, we've been known for trying new things, what the heck?
I'll second.
Yeah.
What's that?
Good motion in a
It's
second.
on there.
All in
What's on there?
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Naomi's been the quiet one the whole time.
Well, I heard something when they, were here last time and it was not kind words that I heard after the meeting. The two gentlemen walking out and that's been bugging me, so. I don't know. But there's already three, so it doesn't matter.
That was the George. All right, motion passes. Gentlemen, you got your first game on a trial basis.
Thank you. I do appreciate it a lot. I do.
And, please don't let Andy kill me, so make sure this is
And
this is a good thing for us.
when's the first one good?
February 22nd.
February 22nd?
Saturday. Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Should be
Oh, I
free.
won't be.
So I'll be there.
I'll be there as well.
I'll be in Canyon, Texas next week.
I'll be there.
So I'll be there.
I got family in Kansas.
Sorry, guys, what's on your game? I gotta be there. Can you do it Friday?
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Right.
At one?
You guys, you'll have to come by, this office tomorrow, the next day, get a facilities use agreement, have it signed. There's some stipulations on there you'll have to follow, but that's even our city league kids have to fill those
Yeah.
out, so.
You said,
Tomorrow? I'm not here, but Amanda will be here, or somebody in the office can get you on
So we get,
a facilities use agreement.
just got, our requirements
Right.
for,
And yeah, it kind of takes our liability away. They sign off saying we're not liable for,
Is there a specific time you want someone here to do all that?
no, anytime is fine.
After 10 o'clock in the morning.
After coffee.
After coffee.
after, yeah.
Yeah.
May not sign it.
Sergio also, Coach Riley could get you guys one too. He could get one from Sergio too. So. Okay,
be good.
Yeah, if we can't get tomorrow, I mean, I know Nathan Riley.
by the end of the week is fine.
Oh, yes, sir. We'll have that for the end of the week.
All right.
Is it, it's one person's son, is it the whole team?
Is it the representative or do you want?
The representative.
Oh, your coach.
Yeah, coach.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Mr. Lindsay, would that have to be by Friday, because you have no school on Friday?
Yeah,
Worker though.
Oh, you're there.
yeah, that's no students on.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
just no students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on?
Well, I'm gonna tell you that was the longest discussion this board has had in 4 years.
Yeah, it'd be over a football field.
Makes sense.
All right,
Okay.
discussion and consider the auction, the long tractor.
Yes, Madam President, members of the board, I'm recommending approval to sell the tractor. It's been there for 4 years. Nobody uses it. It could be used. It's just that old blue tractor that sits behind the maintenance facility. It's been there forever. We might as well sell it while we can get something for it because we have a new Kubota and it never gets used and it's outdated. There's a high school boy that really wants that, I don't know if he can afford it, but he's got landscaping business.
Okay.
It makes somebody a good little tractor, it's just not needed by the school for any reason. Long, and I had a long, can't get parts one.
I saw it sitting up there.
It's been there for years, way before my time.
Okay.
And I can put it on the same auditor request.
Did we wait for when we're doing the baseball stuff or?
Yeah, we can out at the same time.
Okay. All right.
No motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Discussion. The bars, board report and cafeteria.
Yeah, Madam President, we have Mr. Bregler for the bars report. And if you have any questions.
Yeah, I mean, real
okay,
quick.
Manny can put it on the screen if we need it, if there's anything up there, anybody see anything that you wanna, or you can just go.
I just, real quick, so the 2 increased bars, we got a little money in Carl Perkins grant. We got some money in the rural low income schools. And then the maintenance bar for next gen was just moving some budget around. About ready to get into budgeting for next year pretty soon. We're looking really good. No cafeteria updates. We had the presentation on that. So any questions at all on any of the funds or the bars or anything?
Getting better at reading.
I
My eyes don't do this anymore.
had a question on, remember when we talked about getting stuff to cafeteria, like those soup stuff? Did you ever end up getting all those things?
The
noodle-
ramen, we did do that once, yes.
Just one or both?
High school and middle school served it one time.
Oh, the
Mixed burgers. It was really, I liked it, really good.
What?
It didn't look good.
It did.
But I didn't think so, but it tasted all right, but to me, I'm like.
But we
that
have
all
some-
looked like,
We have some
ramen
suggestions.
noodle
for-
They're all no.
It was like,
You know, the thing is, it gives more variety and choices for the kids.
Yeah. Right.
It's really cool to have.
and they were able to add on whatever
If I
vegetables
like
they
it or
wanted
not.
to it. So it's cool.
They should do
Hibachi.
You know, someone on a grill cooking the ramen.
Yeah.
Okay, setting of the next regular session, March 12th, 2025.
The board meeting for March, is March 12, 2025. I was looking and I couldn't find.
That's state basketball is.
State basketball, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, state basketball, so I don't know if you wanna.
That starts Wednesday, right?
With that,
Starts Wednesday, that Wednesday.
I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday.
The girls start Tuesday, right? And then,
Oh, that is.
actually, I won't be here the 10th, 11th, and 12th. I have in service in Santa Fe.
Okay, so
David, I don't so glad I have to do this anymore.
When is spring break? When is spring break?
The last week of March. So that'd be the week before spring break. Yes, sir.
is everybody ready with that?
March 19th. Yeah, I'll be back.
19 or 17?
19.
So Wednesday before spring break.
Wow. Very good. That's going fast.
Consideration of convening into an executive session pursuant to NMSA 10:15:1 and 10:15:1. Discussion of limited personnel matters regarding the superintendent's evaluation.
Second.
All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll
Oh,
call.
roll call, sorry.
I think the same thing.
Okay.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Roll call vote has been called for the purpose of convening into an executive session. Pursuant in, all that fun stuff, like she just said, discussion of limited personnel matters regarding the superintendent's evaluation. When I call your name, please say aye, meaning yes, nay, meaning no to this motion. David Bartram.
Aye.
Cisco Gomez.
Aye.
Gilbert Gaston.
Aye.
Naomi Sines.
Aye.
Megan Carts.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Just the FYI, there'll be a lot of paperwork for the new members to sign. We have to remove David from all the bank records and add Megan. And it's a process, so.
It'll take a good.
A lot. It's scary. I'll follow you back there, then you guys can call me in whenever you want me. Well, usually guys take this stuff.
Except you.
Yeah. Get it out of the way. We'll get that out of the way first.
Yeah.
Consideration of reconvening into an open session.
Motion.
I'll second.
A roll call vote has been called for the purpose of verifying that only the discussion of limited personnel matters regarding superintendent's evaluation. When I call your name, please say aye, meaning yes, nay, meaning no to this motion. David Bartram.
Aye.
Cisco Gomez.
Aye.
Gilbert Gaston.
Aye.
Naomi Science.
Aye.
Megan Carnes.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
She's got to say, no action is
So
taken.
no action was taken, during the executive session. Oh.
Second.
You need a second?
Got it.
Okay, thank you.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.